Last Friday evening, Conservative leader Erin O'Toole made a stop in Whitby, Ontario, along with several local candidates to speak with supporters about his plan for the country. He also thanked several local candidates for being in attendance.
And it's also great to have my longtime friend and neighbor, Colin Carey in Oshawa. I think Colin's here as well. Thank you, Colin. Arshad Awan from Ajax. Thank you, Arshad. And Philip Lawrence, my neighbor on the other side in Northumberland, Peterborough South, a great member of Parliament. Philip. Colin and Philip are doing an incredible job in Ottawa, and Malia and Arshad will join them to make sure the Durham region has strong voices in Ottawa again across the board. Because there is one other person. Oh yeah, it's me. 4 kilometers away. So friends, you know, this has been a tough year and a half for our country. It's been tough on families here in the Durham region, in the GTA.
After speaking and taking pictures with supporters, the Conservative leader agreed to do an interview with me. I'm here with the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, Erin O'Toole, to discuss some recent polls that have came out, his party's plan for climate change, as well as some other key issues that some of his political opponents have been speaking about over the past few days. I'm here with the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, Erin O'Toole, someone who wants to be the next Prime Minister. Erin, maybe speak a little bit about why you want to be the Prime Minister of Canada.
Well, Wyatt, it's good to chat with you in person. I love Canada. I grew up not far from you in Bowmanville, and I served in the military. I've always tried to give back, and I think Canada's got incredible potential, but we've got some economic challenges, we've got some health challenges, we've got some inequalities. We need leadership and we need a plan. So that's why I'm running, to make sure that Canada's best days are ahead of us.
Obviously when the Liberals called the election, they were, let's say, some polls had them up by 10%. Now the polls are shrinking. Polls a couple of weeks ago showed your party up. But how are you going to make sure that, just over a week away now from the campaign, that you can maintain your lead into Election Day?
Well, we're the only team with a plan. Canada's recovery plan, which shows exactly what we need to do. 1 million jobs in a year, clean up the ethical mess in Ottawa. Mr. Trudeau's broken rules many times. People are losing trust. We're going to have national leadership on mental health, being more ready for a pandemic in the future, and balancing the budget. So Wyatt, we're not going to burden $1 trillion of debt on your shoulders. So we've got a plan, and I've got a track record of building great teams in the military, in the private sector. So we need a Prime Minister who delivers. Mr. Trudeau, I know, cares about a lot of good things. He never gets things done. I will get things done.
All right, and just one more question, especially it affects young people, and lots of young people have been speaking about it. The environment, Conservatives, and I think some Conservatives would even be willing to admit themselves that oftentimes sometimes people can be skeptical of Conservative plans for the environment, but maybe talk a little bit about why your plan is a good environment plan for Canada.
Well, that's great, Wyatt. I've even said Conservatives have to rebuild some trust here because our plans in 2015, 2019 didn't meet people's expectations. So I worked with some of the best environmental consultants in the country and put out our plan in April. It prices carbon, it gets our emissions down to meet our Paris targets. I think Canada should meet its targets, but it also gets people back to work and brings some investment back to Canada. We're going to let people understand what their own carbon footprint is and help them get their footprint down along with the big emitters. So Canada's recovery plan, the first thing I launched in April before the election was our climate change plan. We need a strong economy, we need to get emissions down, and that's exactly what our plan will do.
All right, and I'll just ask you one last short question. The English language leaders debate took place last night. What would you say, though, to a voter who's still on the fence as to who they should vote for?
Look to see which party has a plan. We launched Canada's recovery plan on the first day of the election. I think Canadians deserve a plan after the crisis we've had. And who gets things done? I'm the only person with a track record of getting things done outside of politics, inside of politics. Mr. Trudeau says a lot of things, takes a lot of great photographs, doesn't deliver. We need a Prime Minister that will deliver and bring the country together.
All right, Erin O'Toole, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me.
Thank you, Wyatt.
Thank you.